I'm Peyton Ball.
I'm Kaylee Flores.
I'm Daisha Talbert.
Jonathan Cudney.
Okay, so these are kind of our summaries of what we've been doing this whole summer. So
So I'm Peyton Ball. I worked with Murfreesboro Electric Department. And the biggest thing for me going into this was I really wanted to try to figure out my major and just learn what it's like to work and an actual job. And so through my experience there, I learned some pretty important decisions on what I wanted to do as far as my college education goes and what I want to major in. And so that's really helped me out to focus more on those in school and my own time of learning. And I also learned that MED has a super strong community. They're split up in different parts throughout the building, but they all come and work together in a really cool way that, powers the whole city. So it's really neat seeing how that works.
Through my experience at Nissan, it's rather very different from what I've seen at tours or from going through my mechatronics program at my school. Communication is a big part at Nissan. If you're either having trouble with this person you're working next to on the line, you're not going to get as much things done that you need to have on the car because they have a limit. They need to have this part done and shipped to the next part so they can continue. The work environment, definitely have to keep your eyes open. I know many experiences when I've been job shadowing many different people throughout different from stamping all the way to a battery plant that they have. The truck drivers and forklift drivers, they won't watch for you. They have a certain place they need to get to, and they'll get there no matter what.
So I'm Kaylee Flores, and I worked with Emergency Management Authority, and so I learned about like my aspirations, like what I want to do, and it was really it was really informative for me because like I want to do is forensic science, but it's still in like public safety in a way, and so it's kind of connected, and so it really like helped confirm that's what I want to do, and it also showed me like my desired environment and how like I don't want to be in an office all day, and so I want to like go out and do stuff, and which I was able to do with my like working with emergency management. So like I would do some office stuff, but like we would go outside sometimes too. So that was really fun. And then I also learned about ignorance and like how little I actually know about like all the opportunities that there are, and because I don't know, whenever you think of like emergency management or like the first thing that I think comes to your head is like a paramedic or the ambulance, but like I didn't really know exactly like how deep it is and like how much planning and thought goes into everything that's done. So it was really educational for me to understand exactly like how all of it works together.
Okay, so I worked with HR, the Human Resources Department, and I thought of us pretty much as a safe. We take care of everyone's files in Rutherford County to make sure that they're eligible to work for Rutherford County. And I've also learned about efficiency. Too many mistakes can really mess someone up. And I'm pretty amazing at scanning now. I messed up once.
Alright, I'm Michael Chan, and I interned with Southeastern Technologies here in Murfreesboro. Going into this, I knew I kind of wanted to do an engineering sort of thing when I got into college, and I was just wondering, if this experience would alter my decision or confirm it. And I realized engineering's a pretty fun place to work at. First, what I learned were soft skills were essential, regardless of what job you do. Communication skills, impressions, the way you dress, it's all very important in making that first impression and showing that you're here to work and you're someone I can get along with and we're going to do great things. And then finally, I learned that responsibility is also key. Everyone is relying on everyone to do just one task at hand. I know when I was working there, we had to fill out purchase requisition orders, and that in turn was sent to another group of people who would fill out purchase orders, and that form was sent to the people we were buying from, and everyone's depending on everyone to do their job correctly, or else we could make some mistakes, and that could cost us time and money. So, responsibility. Also, during this time, we learned about the diverse industries we have in Rutherford County. Going into this, we've got huge manufacturing powerhouses like Nissan, but through this experience, we learned that our county right here is super diverse. You've got public utilities here from Middle Tennessee Electric, Murfreesboro Electric, right? Human resources, you got public safety, and engineering and STEM fields that are just going to continue to grow.
Yeah, so I worked at the Murfreesboro Electric Department, like I said earlier, and one of the biggest things that I've learned throughout all this is how important that company is. I remember back when I was little, I used to ride in the car and I'd see people working on electrical wires or something. I didn't really think much to it, I thought, oh, they're just doing the work because, it's just kind of whatever, and I didn't really think about it too much. But then actually going out in the field and working on automation right here on Medical Center, just learning all that just allowed me to see that they're the reason why we're all able to function as a city. And so it was really cool going out in the field and seeing what actually goes on behind the scenes with all the wire that runs underground and the vaults and the transformers, and how it all starts with TVA and ends up in your home. It's just really cool. So the big thing with Murfreesboro Electric Department, it's a really relaxed, fun environment. It's a big family, but whenever something goes wrong, if there's an outage, everyone's panicking, everyone goes crazy. There's a lot of hard work put into it. So yeah, they're close-knit, and they have a very organized and structured system. So the engineers have to check in and check out in a computer system every time they get out of the office or go to lunch or whatever. They keep track of where the engineers are in case there's problems. And then you have customer support that feeds to the engineering department and communicates with them. And without them, without all the people calling and complaining about their electricity being out, the engineers wouldn't be able to do anything. So there's all these different parts that work together to make sure the city operates smoothly.
First off, I'd like to thank Nissan for this opportunity. It was very exciting and interesting to see how everything works. From going first whole month, I guess, went from safety engineering, Vest Lab, industrial engineering, Alliance, APW, HR, training facility, paint shop, maintenance, battery plant, you name it, I've probably been there. They were just so cooperative with the entire month. It wasn't, every day was something new when I came into work. Definitely kept me on my toes. They gave us from the safety engineers, where it showed their aspect of how they're on a daily routine of seeing this is something that we got to make sure that the employees are safe in their environment and they're doing their job right. Vest Lab, it's where kind of their final production line. They inspect the cars, make sure that everything is running smoothly so they can ship it out to customers to buy. Industrial engineering, it's kind of like mechatronics, where it teaches you the different aspects of stamping, their body, their trim and chassis, paint. HR is a big importance to Nissan. Without them, there would be a lot of issues throughout Nissan. Fights breaking out, people not getting along. The training facility, kind of like what Garrett said, was a great experience when we went there. We kind of got surprised with the daily news journal that popped up at the end, and they were just like, hey, we're going to take your pictures and kind of follow you around. So I was a little nervous. We got to go on a training training module where it actually shows the mechatronics in progress with pneumatics, hydraulics, and the conveyor belts that standard maintenance people have to go through each day to find the problem. And sometimes it can be super easy to point out, or it can be real intense to find the problem, but it could be just the smallest, littlest thing.
And so I worked at Emergency Management Authority, and so basically they're involved in they're involved in like any incidents, like if there was like an oil spill or a complaint about any like chemicals, then like they would go and look into that. And so they go in like to do all that stuff, and they also plan a lot of stuff. So like it's a lot of planning that goes into everything that they have to do, and they're also interconnected with a lot of government services like Homeland Security and I mean anyone else like the ambulance people, and so all of them would like work together to, if it was like a huge incident or just a minor one, then I mean everyone will work together for that. And so it's also related to fields from engineering, EMT, and fire safety. So I don't know, it was really interesting about all of the fields and how like they're all different in their own ways, but they all have to work together to be able to make any progress.
Okay, I did Human Resources Department. Office work is necessary, you gotta keep everyone's files, and I was very fortunate to work with 3 very smart ladies. They're very nice. They were patient with me. I kind of got done with everything a little too fast, so they always had something, scrambled for something. They help people find jobs, allow them to get jobs. So if anyone asks, are they actually able to work in the United States, they have proof. HR is it's necessary. It's necessary for people to live, for people to get through life if they have HR. I thank them for being here.
Alright, so at Southeastern Technologies, they're very diverse in what they do. They have products ranging from the aerospace, manufacturing, and biomedical industries. And because of that, they kind of have to work together with all these diverse industries to figure out, all right, how much lead time am I going to need to send this product over, or what are those sketches or measurements you need in order to cast denture replacement. And so, yeah, when I was over there, they've had all these different sort of machines going at it, building everything from surgical equipment to airplane tailpipes. So it was a pretty fun month there. As with any STEM field that's here in the United States, it's growing. It's going to be very important in the future as our technology continues to grow and evolve. We're going to need more education to teach people how to operate machines and improve and advance what we have today into the forefront of discovery. And we'd like to give a big thank you to everyone who's given us this outstanding opportunity to learn what it's like to actually participate in the workforce. So thank you.